I want to talk about this time in between jobs. You know, it's a time, let's face it, that it's not very appealing to us. There's nothing that is appealing about this job because, let's face it, it's a time that is full of anxiety for us, because we don't know when this time is going to end. We don't know when we're going to get that next job. And it's also a time that is filled with emotional roller coasters because we apply for positions, we come across positions that we really want, we apply for it, we're very enthusiastic, we're very hopeful, we cross our fingers, and then we don't hear anything, and we get passed over for that job. And then we go from this excited, hopeful feeling to, downright depression. And we go through this over and over and over again for all the jobs that we apply to in this time period. So obviously there's nothing very appealing about this time in between jobs. Or this time in between jobs could be the best time, the most productive time in your career. It's just a matter of perspective, and I want to explain why this could be the best time in your career. Your career, and you'll hear me say this over and over again, your career is your business. And there are certain things that you're going to have to do to grow your business that you can't when you're on the job, because you don't have the time. We don't have the luxury or time to do the things that we have to do to grow our business. And so this time in between jobs is the perfect time to do those things to grow our business. So what are those things? What are the things that we can do in between jobs to grow our business, to give the biggest boost to our careers, give the biggest boost to our business? So the first thing to do is to grow your skill and or knowledge base. When you're on the job, yes, you learn new things. Yes, you grow your skills in certain ways. But the thing is that on the job, you don't have complete say as to what skills you're going to grow. It's really defined by your job description. It's defined by the context of the business that you're in. And you won't have the opportunity to grow all the skills you need to grow in order to grow your business. And so this time in between jobs is the perfect time to grow your skill base. When I was working as an engineer, back in the early 2000s, it was a great job. I had the opportunity to build valuable skill sets. But one of the skills that I wasn't developing, that I knew innately that I needed to grow my career, was speaking. I didn't have a lot of opportunities to speak. And I knew that this was a skill set that I needed in order to grow as a professional. And so when I went to do my MBA, after my engineering, I had that opportunity to improve my speaking skills, because in business school we do a lot of presenting, and so it was perfect opportunity for me to bone up on my speaking skills. Now obviously I didn't go to business school to grow my speaking skills. There were other reasons why I went to business school. There's a lot of other opportunities out there. If you don't want to go to business school, if you want to improve your speaking skills, there's lots of opportunities out there to hone in on your speaking skills. You don't have to go to business school, but point being is that time in business school that I took to bone up on my speaking skills helped me in my jobs after business school. And so that's what I mean here is, your time in between jobs is the ideal time to grow the skills that you need for your career, to take your career to that next level, that you're probably not getting those opportunities to build those skills in your current job. The second thing to do is to connect or reconnect with your network. Networking is hard. It takes time, and time is something that we sometimes don't have the luxury of when we have a job. Or if we do have the time, then it's aligning schedules with our network or the people that we want to connect with. That could be a bit of a pain, right? And so when you have this time in between jobs, this is the perfect time to reach out and reconnect with your network. And when you do it, don't walk in with an agenda. Don't have an agenda. Do it out of sheer interest to reconnect and get to know what's going on with their world, and what's going on with them. Don't walk in with an agenda. Yes, there's a lot of advice out there that says, that networking is the thing to do when you're in between jobs to tap into your next opportunity. And while that's good advice, you want to pay attention to not basically tapping into your network whenever you have a need. So you want to be careful about how you go about in networking, especially in this time. Yes, let them know that you're in between jobs and let them know that you're looking for your next opportunity, but that's not the intent of you networking or reaching out to them. The intent is, again, just to grab a coffee or grab a lunch or maybe some drinks and just reconnect with them, just out of the sheer fact that you guys are in a network, you guys know each other, and you're interested in knowing what's going on with them. You'll focus on building the relationship. And the good people in your network are going to want to do something to help you. It's just it's a law of reciprocity. It just happens. But don't go in expecting them to do something for you. So that's the second thing you want to do, is reconnect with your network. The third thing that you want to do is to review your past work. You review your past jobs for lessons going forward. Some of the most valuable and specific lessons you will learn that will help you boost your career will come from your past experiences. But the problem is, when you are working, when you have a job, you don't have the time or the luxury to review, to really ponder and contemplate over your experiences, to see what are the things that to extract lessons out of it. You want to be able to mine intelligently your past experiences, and we don't have the luxury or time to do that when we're on the job. So this time in between jobs is the ideal time to, again, mine your experiences and mine it intelligently for nuggets of gold that is going to help you be more valuable going forward. Back in 2000, I quit my engineering job to start my own business. And this was the first time that I was wanting to do something on my own, to have my own business. It was always the intention for me to get into business for myself. But the problem is, I didn't know how to go about doing it. I mean, I was intelligent enough to understand certain things, but to learn to run your own business requires a whole different set of skill sets than just pure intelligence. And this is, again, something that I learned the hard way. And what happened is I wasn't very successful in my business. But one of the things that I got out of trying to build my business up was the fact that I had to do everything, soup to nuts. I had to do everything for my business. It's something that was completely different than what I did as an engineer. As an engineer, there's only certain things that I did. But when I was running my own business, I was trying to run my own business, I had to do everything. And so when I stopped this business and went back to engineering, I basically went back with this attitude that, I'm going to treat my next job, or the next employer that I work for, I'm going to treat their business as my business. And I'm going to do whatever I could to make it successful. And so I got into this attitude, or this mindset of, I just did whatever was necessary to get shit done. I mean, that was my motto. That's the way it works. That was my operating motto. I just got things done. And whatever projects that I worked on, I made sure that those projects were net revenue positive or net profit positive. I made sure that whatever problems that came up, that if I could do something about it, I didn't pawn it off to someone else. I did whatever I could to fix that problem myself. Whenever there was a mistake that was made on my behalf, I didn't hide it until it was too late. I went straight to my boss and let them know that, hey, I goofed up, and this is what happened. This was huge. I mean, it totally improved my performance at this one company, at this job. So much so that my boss was doing whatever he could to try to discourage me to do my MBA and stay with the company. I mean, that's how much they actually valued me as an employee. So there's gold in your experience. There's gold in your past experience. You just have to make sure that you take the time to mine it. Mine for these nuggets of gold, mine for these lessons that are eventually going to make you more valuable for your next employer. This time in between jobs, it's valuable time. You can don't just look at it as something to be dreaded. Yes, there are unpleasant things about this time, but this is also a very, very valuable time to give your career the biggest boost possible. So it's just a matter of perspective. Look at this time as valuable time and make the most of it. All right, hey, Amir Radley here. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And if you did, there's a few things that we can do to make sure that you continue on your journey. First, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel where you will be notified of when I release my next video. The second thing you can do is you can download my free ebook called Fast Track, the 10 principles to put your career on the fast track. And what you will learn in that ebook are the things that you can do to accelerate your career. And the third thing you can do is you can join me on Facebook, where I share daily insights and inspiration to help you get energized for your workday. So thank you once again for watching my video. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in my next video.